Good evening and welcome to Being Black and Craft, where we don't apologize for recognizing our influence on craft beer. This is Angie, the undeniable vixen, your host, and we have a great guest this evening. But let's get into some beer news first. So first off, don't call it a comeback because it was like this. Urban Garden Brewing is finally stepping into a permanent home. It started as a quiet idea and took years of steady work to make it real. There were moments when where the dream felt far away, plans changed, timelines shifted, and I decided whether I was willing to stay with it. I'm grateful I never gave up. As a Black woman in brewing, I've learned to trust my instincts and to build something that reflects who I am and who I want to serve. That perspective has shaped every decision behind UGB. What we are creating is bigger than beer. It's a space where people feel welcome the moment they walk in. It's about mentorship and making things easier for the next woman to see herself not just in the room, but leading it. Opening our home in Shaw marks a new chapter. It means being visible in an industry where women like me have not always been. There was a time when I was just trying to get through the door. Now I can hold the door open for others. To the woman building something on their own, navigating uncertainty and choosing to continue anyway, I see you and I'm honored to be building along with you. With gratitude, Imani. So congratulations to Urban Garden Brewing. I'm so excited for them that they're doing renovations right now. So if you're, make sure you give them a follow and keep on giving them encouragement as they build bigger and better things for brewing. Then if you're in the Houston area, Crafty Brothers on March 21st is having their first Pints for Pups event. We're partnering with Senate Eve to raise money for Houston SPCA. On March 1st, we released the Barktoberfest Mars and Lager as part of the Crafty Brothers Pints for Pups charity initiative. And on March 21st, we're going to throw a party to celebrate. So we'll have pet vendors, delicious food, and of course, great craft beer, all for a good cause. So make sure you follow Crafty Brothers for more information when they get ready to see who's going to be in the lineup on the 21st. Then, friend of the show, Konos Brewing. The last collab stop is in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, with our good friend Joel with Woodfoot Beer to brew a dark Czech lager that we're calling Papa Legba, Legba, Legba. This is another collab beer for Barrels on the Bayou on April 17th and 18th in New Orleans. I'm excited to go. The Crossroads for Something Special will be available in the spring. So that's great. I'm glad. Shout out to Atlanta, and you went to Florida to do the collab. That's really cool. So that's great. That cross and collaboration. That's great. Then coming back to the homestead in Dallas, there's a new Black-owned whiskey brand called Damn Whiskey. Good vibes, strong pours, unforgettable nights. If you haven't tried Damn Whiskey yet, this is your sign. Pull up, raise a glass, and taste what everyone is talking about. The palate has toast of cream and vanilla. On the nose is creamy vanilla intertwined with fruit and warm embrace of oak, and it's aged in white American oak barrels. So I'm gonna check them out. Definitely want to see if I can get a chance to find this particular whiskey and talk to the makers of Damn Whiskey. So look out if you're in the Dallas DFW area. Then, of course, another friend of the show, John Winthrop of Cajun Fire Brewing, has been selected as the official beer brand sponsor for USDA opening reception at Food X Japan. Globalization of New Orleans food and beverage brands is sustainable pathways to increasing access to capital for underutilized small businesses, says John Winthrop, CEO of Cajun Fire Brewing. New Orleans itself is an international brand, one that countries around the world want to source authentic food and beverage culture from. Hospitality is our specialty, and it is an honor for our family-owned brands to be showcased on such a revered global stage. So keep following them on Cajun Fire Brewing as he goes to Tokyo. Then another friend of the show, Ego Tequila. They've been recognized for the official Black Wall Street. So this is basically brands that you need to know about in 2026, which is Ego Tequila, which is a great tequila. Representation opens doors for what we once were in the room. But once we're in the room, that's what matters. We're building Ego to honor the culture and craftsmanship that makes tequila extraordinary while bringing our own vision, our own voice, our own standards to the table. Respect the tradition, commitment to excellence, pride in what we are. From Jalisco to your glass, every bottle carries both. Thank you for the recognition. Thank you for supporting the movement. We're just getting started. So I'm excited for this. This is a Black-owned business, of course, Black woman business, and it's right here in DFW. But she's it's starting to trickle around. She's trying to get it on different platforms to get it distributed in other places. So I think she was doing a rebrand. So it sounds like she's already kicked it off, but I'm wanting to get her back on the show to see how the rebrand is going for her. Then we have, I think this is my last one, Own the Room. If you're in the Chicago area, Moore's Beer is showing our appreciation and celebrating a significant contributions for women to make our country and everyone in our everyday lives. So we're going to support them. So join us for Own the Room, a fun and empowering mixer celebrating Women's History Month. And it's going to be at the Press Room Chicago. They're going to have it from 6 to 9. It's going to be connect, chat, celebrate with amazing women in a relaxed atmosphere while learning more about the upcoming She Owns It business conference. Whether you're looking to network, share stories, build connection, or just have a great time, this event is for you. Come ready to own your space, uplift one another, and make new friends. Don't miss this awesome chance. So if you're in the in the Chicago area, check out Own the Room and follow Moore's Beer for more information. And you probably need to get tickets probably. So check that out as well. So, that's all I got for the news. So I want to go ahead and bring up my guest. Well, good evening. Good evening. I'm trying to lose my voice again. How are you, Chef?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. So I've met you. We've hung out just a little bit when I come to Atlanta for Craft for Action, but this time I really want to get to know more about you and know about your story. So first, I guess we start off with, are you our original Atlanta native?
No, I'm from St. Louis.
Oh, okay. So famous for somebody was talking about St. Louis and they was talking about fried rice. And it was like that's talking about fried rice.
Oh,
like,
yes. Yeah.
That is like that's what like you haven't had unless you had it from St. Louis. What makes it different compared to what?
They don't change the grease. I don't know. It's just good.
That would do it. It's something.
The rice is not light. The rice ain't finna have peas and carrots all in it. None of that. Egg, onion, rice, protein.
Okay.
Real simple.
Okay. Let's see. So, every chef has a moment when food becomes more than just a meal. So, what is your, I guess, when you thought, this is my calling, this is my moment? When did your journey start when you connected with food, and how did that go into craft beer?
I've been cooking since I was 8. After I went to culinary school and I worked at a sorority house, and this is crazy. I wanted to get a tattoo on my forearm, and can I cuss?
Yes.
Oh, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna be a chef, so I'm gonna get this tattoo on my forearm. And then from there, I've pastry chefed. Um, then I had a good friend who got me into craft beer, and then I was like, "Ooh, I could do more with this," and added to stuff. And like growing up in St. Louis, a barbecue, my dad or somebody was putting a Budweiser in something to cook it, or a Michelob Light, something, to cook something. But I've always cooked. In college, I had the gift of looking in my friends' refrigerators with 4 items and making at least something good to eat. And then when I moved to Atlanta, I did culinary school, worked off and on in restaurants, taught culinary arts for almost 10 years.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. How was that as far as teaching the new people? Do they feel like they already know it all, or are they coming wanting to absorb everything, or you get a little
They want to touch everything? No, they want to touch everything, and I'd be like, go, let's go. Mm-hmm. If you cut yourself, it's okay. If you burn something, it's all right. They've done a lot of events for me. They've helped me do a lot of prep for dinner parties. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, sometimes they'll reach back and be like, ooh, I made this. I get random pictures every now and again of random plates of food. But, yeah, it was cool. My goal when teaching culinary arts was teaching critical thinking skills through customer service, problem solving. So that was my focus. And then we applied it to everything else. Mm-hmm. If you couldn't be on my kitchen being silly and not using the good side of your brain.
What would be the one thing you definitely need to know this? If you want to be in my kitchen without getting booted out, definitely do this. Make sure you do this every day.
I mean, if you're working with me, you need to listen and follow directions. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. If you can't do that, it's going to be a struggle. And don't be emotional. I'm not always nice in the kitchen. It's okay. It's food. It's all right. You won't die. I want my shit. I want my shit. So
are
you? But I've worked on being kind and gentle in the kitchen. I've learned that from other women chefs, actually. So
okay. Is it I guess what the typical time as far as when you're getting ready, you're in a commercial kitchen and you have service for, what's a typical service for 500 I mean not 500 but 100 cards, something like that. When do you start prepping for that?
So the restaurant work I did was all prep. Like I did desserts. I used to make sausages, pastry chef. So that was easy. For my dinner parties, so that would be my mainstay. So dinner parties, it would take maybe 2 months to get it together, but a week to get it all done. Because it's usually just 20 to 35 people. And then I would have amazing volunteers come the day of, and I had great sponsors for my dinner parties. So, but as far as working in the kitchen, no, prep, in and out. I mean, the line was cool. The line's traumatized, and I'm straight. I'm good.
Okay, so it is what they say it is. It's really intense being on.
Yeah, it's fun though. Especially if you have a good chef and good food and a good rhythm, you just it's cool. Mm-hmm. It gets tight. I've worked in a pizza shop. It got tight in the pizza shop, but you just push through and just put food out. Put good food out. Don't put out no sloppiness. Mm-hmm. So plates are not to be sent back. So
yeah, how as far as do y'all just are you ready to go back outside and say what is wrong with this dish? It is perfect. What is the issue? With a customer?
No, either remake it or ask. Just remake it. It's not. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you want something else, I'll accommodate.
Okay. Are there some chefs that you know or have worked with that they were just totally assholes when it came to stuff like that? or like
I am sure, but I don't work with them anymore. So I keep the good people around me.
So you're known for taking like a vibrant take on beer and food pairings.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one pairing that you always surprises people, that makes them rethink what beer that beer can actually go with food?
Crafted for action. I did popsicles with beer. One of my courses was an intermezzo, and this woman named Vanessa with a Down Home Brewery, we did a dinner party together, and I was like, help me with this. She said, do it like this. So we put the sorbet we made it an experience. We made the guests put the sorbet in the cup and then pour the beer over it, and then you shot it. So I think that is what really made people be like, oh, this is razzle dazzle.
I can tell you, tell the audience that the popsicles with beer, that was so amazing. I was glad I was able to experience that. It was me and Hannah. We was both like, let's go get another one. Let's go get another one. This is amazing. This is so good. This is so good. It was just like, I never would have thought it. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought to pair popsicle and a beer. Mm-hmm. But it was absolutely perfect and amazing. It was great.
It was a good time. Mm-hmm.
It was good. So, when you said, so right now, as you're working as a private chef doing dinner parties and things like that.
None of that.
No, you're not doing it. What are you doing currently then?
So I teach Spanish at an elementary school, and I do intimate catering, and I coach soccer. That's what I'm currently doing.
Oh, how fluent are you in Spanish? You're fluent.
I teach it. I'm an educator. I can speak enough.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And so you're very active. You're a very active person. Yeah. Because, I mean, being teaching soccer or coaching soccer, you got to get out there with the kids, right? Or
it's fun. Oh, yes. It's only 2 days. It's 2 days a week, and we have summer and we have weekend games, but it's cool. I got into it because my son plays soccer.
Okay.
Soccer in the streets, and they were hiring, and I was like, "Bet, let's see if I can get a job," because I wasn't working at the time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Yeah, but as far as like getting back to the catering, things like that, how I guess for someone that is thinking about being in the culinary arts, where would you suggest if they went to school, where would you suggest that they would start? Would it be catering, or would they just trying to be in the kitchen for a couple of years? What would be the best thing to make sure they get good roots?
I kind of started in both. So it's like work at a catering company that is a good catering company.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't, work. I worked at restaurants where I worked with very good chefs, amazing chefs. And if the chefs were trash, I didn't stay there long.
Mm-hmm.
So I was blessed in certain instances. I moved around. I asked questions. I picked up my tricks of the trade, put them in my pocket. You humble when you walk into another chef's kitchen and you follow directions and do as you're told. And then most chefs will let you, be like, I'm the type of chef. Like they're like, well, what do you want it to taste like? I'll be like, here are the seasonings. Make sure it has enough salt. Go. So, but it's just, when I was in culinary school, for sure, my suggestion was, yes, absolutely work in somebody's kitchen.
Okay.
Absolutely. But between catering, whether you're in the back of the house or setting up food and serving people, I think it's good to touch all aspects of that. Period. Because you're going to have to deal with the people. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to be a critical thinker and problem solve. So, and then you just see who it is. And then, like, some people are built for catering. Some people are built for corporate dining. Some people are work for the so it's so vast in culinary. Sometimes you may have to jump around just to figure out what you like.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When you were in school, I know it's been a while. Um, do they have like programs to kind of help you kind of foster where you might want to be, like jobs where you can, I guess, freelance?
Oh yeah, we had internship opportunities, and then they
Okay.
placed me, and then a lot of my jobs, like literally, I walked in one restaurant, it was opening. They really didn't interview me. They were like, "When can you start?" A lot of my kitchen jobs are like that. One chef saw me working, and he was like, "Yo, come do a stage." I said, "Okay."
That's
So
awesome.
that's how a lot of my stuff was, or working for like temp agencies. So now, like,
Mhm.
I work with a network of chefs. Like, if I need them, I hire them. If they need me, if they need me, they hire me. We cross pollinate.
So it sounds like, and you just make sure, I don't want to get you, I don't want to make any assumptions, but it seems like it's a give and take as far as, like, if I need you, I can reach out to you, things like that. So have you ever had any pushback or challenges being a person of color in the culinary arts? And well, you're in Atlanta, like it's, which I consider Black Mecca, but still people would assume um, it's still being male centered, or is it not?
When I started, I would be the only woman in the kitchen, and sometimes I would be the only woman that spoke English in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So that, yeah, so I had to learn Spanish. So, and that was fine. We had our own language at one restaurant. They had nicknames for me. I had names for them. We used to work it out.
Yeah.
Um, I have worked in one kitchen before they closed. I was like, so why did y'all hire me? Because they weren't being transparent. They ended up closing, but that was fine. It was a great place to work at. I mean, I've worked with some individuals that, okay, so like in a lot of kitchens, you're going to have somebody that's always crying about some shit. Always.
Yeah.
You always, and you usually just tell them to shut up and just keep it on moving. You'll have
Mhm.
someone who's lazy. You'll have, the majority of the folks do well. Sometimes it's personality pushback. I mean, have I gotten pushback for being a girl in the kitchen? Yeah.
Okay.
But then also I've worked in kitchens and the guys are like, all right, you a girl, can we ask you these questions? So,
Yeah.
I haven't encountered like too much wildness. Maybe one time I told my manager and I left shortly thereafter. Another place, when I reported it, it was handled immediately.
Mhm.
So it was cool. And if I didn't like where I was working, I'm gonna leave. I got fired from one place because I was pregnant. It's okay. It's all right. She was like, "You got a family. You got a lot going on." Okay, girl, that's fine.
Right.
And
And
I
I'm
was
still gonna have a lot going on.
that baby is 19. That was a long time ago. So
Wow. So was there a moment in your journey where you were like, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe that I'm doing this. That this is something that I've worked for. I've done, I've did the training, but I'm really doing this. Is there a moment that you can remember?
when I taught culinary arts, that was my dream job. When I taught
Mhm.
that was it. I was like, yeah, that was it.
Mhm.
Hold on just a second.
Okay.
Okay. Um, that was it. That was my dream job. I remember because of how, even just because of how I got the job. It wasn't, I went to a job fair and the heavens was falling from the sky. My homegirl came and picked me up. I was looking for a social studies job. That's what I'm certified in. That's what I was looking for. One job
Okay.
was like, we got a job for you. Walk away and come back. It wasn't even listed. And they asked me if I wanted to teach culinary arts.
Mm.
I said, yeah.
Mhm.
So that was it. And then like whenever a dinner party came together, I would get the Holy Ghost just before, because sometimes those things would be challenging, like no tables at the last minute, no chairs, no venue. The store doesn't have what I want. So,
Yeah. Well, let's break for a little bit of a game. So we're going to do murals and meals. Basically.
Okay, hold on. I'm so hungry. Let me take one more bite.
Tell me what you're eating. I forgot to ask.
Huh?
What are you eating? What are you having for dinner tonight?
I made some lentils with curry and Ethiopian spice, some cabbage slaw, and some tofu.
Okay. Nice, healthy, good protein. Balance. So we're doing murals and meals. So basically, I picked out some Atlanta landmark murals, and we're gonna go through the 7-course meals, starting with hors d'oeuvres. And I want to see what this particular mural speaks to you. It would be what would be the hors d'oeuvre, what would be the particular item. So the first one is hors d'oeuvres. So pair your iconic mural with a 7-course meal. So this is the first. This is hors d'oeuvres. What hors d'oeuvres would you pick with this?
Sushi.
Sushi.
Really pretty garnished sushi. Yeah, I would do sushi. I would do like a like something with raw tuna, maybe something with some fried fish in the center. It's a thing. My children used to love it. Like for the end, maybe something with some blue crab in it. The black and white, just to play off of the rice and the seaweed. Yeah, I would do sushi and make it real sexy.
That's a pretty mural. So next course is soup. MLK mural.
Soup. Maybe some type of consomme, like a real clear soup. And then and whatever, and I would figure out how to put like some type of flour in it that would kind of open up.
Ooh, okay.
And maybe some drops of some garlic, some chili oil, because I believe that MLK was real gangsta after he gave that poor people speech and spoke out against the war. That's when he became a favorite of mine, because he was like, shut it down. So yeah, I would do a consomme soup, and then like fully developed, doesn't look like there's much there, but if you get a mouthful, it's like boom, pow, poo.
Right. Okay.
But also warm and comforting.
Okay. Next is appetizer.
I would actually know where this mural is. And
hey, brown girl, you're beautiful. For the
I agree.
Yeah.
So I would do mussels.
Cooked
in some type of amazing beer. But then like the purple is giving me, like, I like to garnish with edible flowers. Yes. So truly the purple is giving me like, some nice purple flowers. Then you have some lemon up in there. And maybe something funky with some grapefruit or something.
Okay. Okay. So for our palate cleanser, a sorbet.
Blood red orange sorbet. With a really crispy Pilsner. Super cold, super crispy.
Yeah. This is Stacey Abrams. We voted.
We did.
So the main dish. This is Outcast, a very iconic
only one main dish. Rude and disrespectful. Rude. All right, so the protein would be flank steak. No, it wouldn't. I'm lying. The protein would be my friend Chef Pam. She would smoke lamb chops for me.
Oh,
And she put like brown sugar and juju magic on it. She's a smoker. That's what she does. And she would
yeah.
smoke them, and then we would toss it in garlic oil and chili
Ooh.
paste. So I would do that as my protein. And then like a raw collard green salad on the bottom, the lamb chops on top, and then I would put pea shoots on top. Now, if you want a grain or a starch, I don't even know. Ooh, some French fries would be nice.
Yeah.
Some real sexy hand-cut French fries.
Okay.
Not that I would eat it, but I would toss it. Well, I would if I would do it this way. An ode to lemon pepper. I would toss the French fries and Parmesan, lemon juice, and cracked black pepper. Bite me. Bite me.
Yum. Okay. So salad.
Salad. I was done my salad first. A salad I would do like a romaine wedge Caesar salad.
Yes.
But like the whole wedge, because you're about to get all this.
Yes.
And then a really good homemade Caesar dressing on top. And then like put all the seeds, black sesame seeds, toasted sesame seeds, Korean pepper flakes, dehydrated onions, and dehydrated garlic on top for that texture.
Sounds like good trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So last, that was everything I think, but there's dessert, and I think I didn't have a mural, but this was just like a one-off because I always heard about this place, but I've never been. The Trap House.
I've never been there either. I would do a Oh, I would do an infused cheesecake.
Yeah.
An infused cheesecake, and maybe I would definitely garnish with some rose petals. And I would put Pop Rocks on it.
Oh, yeah. That'd be very interesting. Very interesting. All right. Well, thank you for playing. Awesome. So, one thing that I wanted to talk about was as you're doing your I was thinking about your beer pairings and food. Do you get a lot of that when you're doing your catering, or are you kind of suggesting that as something to kind of open up people to craft beer who may not have even thought about doing that as a pairing?
No, I've not had anybody ask me to do that. Mm-hmm. More so cocktails than.
Most are cocktails. They want liquor.
Mm-hmm. They want some liquor. So yeah, it's more so the cocktails.
Okay.
Than the beer. Yeah, like just from my catering. Yeah. Now I've done other dinner parties with other people that I've done dinner with, and it was specific. It was for that specific reason to introduce those folks to craft beer.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of craft beer, I know Crafted for Action is coming up. Are you planning on presenting anything or just helping to volunteer this year?
I'm not presenting, but there might be some other collaborative opportunities I'm waiting to hear about. Okay. So I'm super excited. Super excited.
Mm-hmm.
For it's all growing. Of it. Oh my goodness. I read the email today. I was like, ooh, things, curriculum. Educators. Oh yeah. Jen is not with anybody.
It's just like the next email is like I saw the homebrew, and then I
yes, I'm so excited for that.
That's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
And she said no collaboration, so I was like, ooh, you're gonna see exactly what you're doing. Mm-hmm. You got to do it on your own.
And there's some good home brewers in Atlanta. There's some
It
excellent ones. Come
is.
to the beer shares and have knocked me off my feet. So, and I've worked with some of them for my dinner party. So,
Oh, cool. Cool.
mm-hmm.
So is there a person living or not that you would love to cater for? Who would that be? Or have you already done that?
I ain't never thought about it. I think it would be nice, and I tried to do it once, but only a few came. If I could invite all my chef friends over, and we kind of cater to each other, I think that would be cool. You know, or even have them all come over, because my chef boos are my chef boos, and so we've supported in many ways, and I cook them a great meal, and they just show up. So, but we're pretty good about being up in each other's faces. Like if they're doing an event and I'm there, I'm gonna eat all the food. I'm gonna eat everything. So that's what I would want to cook for my chef friends. So
now, are you a vegetarian or vegan?
I'm vegan. I identify vegan.
Okay. And speaking to my vegetarian and vegan folks, what's like, I guess, a misconception from being vegan that people
that food ain't good. But my friends know when they come to my house, if I'm doing something here, they might get a protein, but it's gonna be all vegetables and some snacky snacks. Now it might be infused, which might entice them more to eat the food or whatever, but they get vegetables over here, made all type of ways. So
okay, one vegetable, because I used to be vegetarian until I had like my little cancer scare, what have you. But there's always been one vegetable that I think a consensus of me and my friends, we all talk about, beets.
Yes,
that's one vegetable that I'm just like, and I don't know.
I'll eat it. That's fine. I'll eat enough for the both of us. That's fine.
But is there some way where I could prepare it where I could,
like, how have you had them? Like pickled, roasted? You could put different rubs on. Like I've had smoked beets. I've had pastrami cured beets. I've had beets prepared like carpaccio. Whew! I've had I'll just put beets in my air fryer, and then I'll put them in rice vinegar, and then throw those in my salads each day. I drink the beet juice. I done made margaritas with beets, beet juice.
The only thing that I've had,
it's fine. Breathe through it. It's fine.
I'm just amazed. I was just like, I never heard of these things for beets. The only thing that I've had that I really loved was a beet risotto.
Okay,
it was absolutely amazing. It was absolutely amazing. That's probably it. But I never thought about like getting a beet and cutting up and putting in my air fryer and seasoning it to something. I think I don't know.
Roast them. Like you could take the beet and rub the skin down in oil and salt, put it in foil, throw it in the oven.
Okay.
And then once it's fork tender, you just literally rub the skin off. Like use a paper towel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rub the skin off, and then you can cut it up and do whatever from there.
Is the consistency, maybe that's what it is with it pickled. So the consistency is supposed to be like a tofu meaty kind of consistency?
It's meaty. It's not like tofu. It gives more turnip. Radish.
Okay.
Yeah. Like a potato with no starch in it. I don't know how to describe a carrot. If you were to carrot, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it got good consistency.
All right, I'll think about it.
That's fine.
I'll think about seeing how I can do it, because I know it's good for you. That would be an amazing thing to have. But I was looking at supplements people are using. They have these little things that are just kind of like now-laters that are basically the equivalent of a beet. But I would like to actually enjoy it and eat it, because that's probably the only vegetable that I'm just like, absolutely not. Is there any vegetable that you like not so much? You don't have to put that much on my plate of that particular vegetable.
Just green peas out of a can. Other than that, I'll eat it. I eat vegetables. That's about it. If I can think now. No, because I eat almost all the mushrooms.
Yes.
Korean shiitake mushrooms are really, 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 really like umami. They're really strong. I can't do those. Like they knock you out strong. But other than that, I eat all the vegetables.
I think if I could get lion's mane and prepare it correctly for it to be like my fried chicken. I haven't perfected it. I've tried it like twice, but I haven't perfected it. But I would like to do that because I love mushrooms.
For sure.
That's one of my favorite things. But as you are getting into the next generation, as people that are going into the culinary arts or already in the culinary arts, and you being a phenomenon person in the ATL area, and people are looking to you as a mentor and a thriving life with being such a culinary artist, what advice, other advice would you give to someone if they decided that they wanted to, they're in high school and they're thinking about doing some culinary arts? What would be some suggestions or advice that you would give them?
In Atlanta, they have this organization called the Navigate Foundation, headed up by Chef Simone Byron. My daughter went through the program, and it's an amazing program. She's in college in the Virgin Islands working on a taco boat truck, and she loves it. They give you a good training and foundation. Go to a restaurant that's hiring and apply. And apply. I've reached out to chefs before and said I'm interested. So one thing that I do. Okay, so chefs are like introverts, weird as hell. Chefs are introverts, but are amazing teachers.
Okay.
Amazing teachers. I have a friend whose son traveled all over Europe doing different internships at different places. That's it. Cook at home, sell plates, see what you come up with. Go to restaurants, try new things. If you like the food at their restaurants, see if they're hiring. Volunteer at a food and wine festival. So you can, that's how I learned about beer, volunteering. I done drank more beer in my lifetime, and a little bit of my lifetime. I drink a lot. But volunteer at food and wine food festivals to see if you can work with different chefs and try different things. Go to the farmer's market, your local farmer's market. Farmers will talk to you all day long. They have you try stuff. There's not too many farmers that haven't been like, here, try this. See what it tastes like. What it gives. So, and they do food demos at a lot of these farmers market. Talk to those people.
Yeah.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You know?
Yeah. But speak up for yourself and just put yourself out there. Just
and cook at home. Try new things.
Taste
your own food. Don't go out there in these streets talking about you can cook and you putting some bullshit on a plate. Taste your own food and have good friends that will not lie to you.
Right. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that, because there are some people that say, oh, I can really cook. And it's like, especially when Thanksgiving and Christmas on Facebook and Instagram, that's when you see those struggle plates. I was just like,
And I don't cook for either one of them holidays no more.
I was like, that looks like
I do Chinese food, and then last Thanksgiving, I can't even remember. I know we laid around the house and looked at TV. Oh, I made stir-fried vegetables and purple rice. That's what I made. Then another friend came over and made some food. Another friend brought some sushi over, so that's what we ate. I was not cooking anything.
Right. I can see that. I mean, once you're doing, if that's your profession, that's what you're doing all the time, sometimes I know you need your own break.
Yeah, I'm just not doing it no more. Break or not, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'll eat everybody else's food. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. So as we close, I just want to do a moment for a raise your glass. So if you could raise your glass to one woman, past or present, who inspired your journey in this food and craft beer life, who would it be?
Chef Deborah Van Treese.
Okay, and why?
I worked for her a long time ago when my 26-year-old was 2 years old. And just the things that, just the simple rules that she gave me are still the same rules I use to this day. And she's still around. I'm very proud of her success. It's cool watching her daughter do things. So I used to take to school. This was a long time ago. And I went to an event and I heard her voice. I said, I know this voice. And I hadn't seen her in years. But yeah, Chef Deborah Van Treese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she taught me about breakfast beer as long as it's in a coffee mug. I always start with something. No black pepper in the eggs. So Deborah Van Treese, along with many, many other things. Many other things. Like, be authentic. It's your food. Don't let them tell you nothing different. You know what I'm saying? Try new things. You know, and just the respect for food, and just that food comes from somewhere. It is there is history. It builds community. So it would be just she.
Okay. Well, Chef Leslie, thank you so much for joining me. I really enjoyed talking to you and finding out more about the culinary arts. I know it is a daunting task being an entrepreneur and getting all these things together as far as catering and having this amazing life, and you're able to, the work-life balance is really going well, doing all these different things that you're doing. And I appreciate you given me the time to talk to me with Being Black and Craft, because this is amazing. And I'm hoping that people, if you're in the Atlanta area, is there name of your catering business? Give you a shout out if you want some business going your way. Maybe somebody might be looking for catering.
You can look up my name on Instagram. It's Penelope's, but it's not spelled like regular.
Mm-hmm.
It's my email address, PENELAHPES. So, but if you look up Chef Leslie Gordon, she pop up on the IGs.
All right. Well, thank you again. And thank you everyone for joining us for Being Black and Craft. Again, we don't apologize for recognizing our influence on craft beer. And we thank you for joining us, and we're out.